Have you always wanted to play Neo SPACIANS? Well, now you can. Hello guys, this is LockYGO and welcome back to the channel. And today guys, I'm bringing you my Neo SPACIANS deck profile for the Midterm Destruction Speed Duel format. That's right guys, Neo SPACIANS are here with a new box, and let me tell you, even though this deck is not very good, it's one of my childhood decks from the anime that I watched all the time, and guys, it's really fun to play, so I just had to build it. So guys, without any further ado, let's get right into the profile, and we start with the skill. It's Shaden and it's straight out of Neo Space. And this skill has two great effects for this deck. So the first effect says that if only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon one elemental hero Neos from your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon any monsters except for elemental heroes or Neo Spacians. The second effect of this skill says that if one of your fusion monsters returns to your extra deck, which all of your Neos fusion monsters do, you can special summon one elemental hero Neos from your deck. And guys, this is all for the skill, and now we move on into the main deck. And guys, in the deck itself, we play triple copy of elemental hero Neos. This is the heart and soul of the deck. You always have to play 3 because you want them as much as possible in your graveyard, but you also want to have copies left in your deck because of this deck's playstyle in of itself. So we play 3. Moving on, we play triple elemental hero Prisma. This is the main card of your deck, it's a starter. It allows you to send any monster that is listed in one of your fusions from your deck to the graveyard, and then Prisma will copy its name. So this is great for fusion summoning and at the same time setting up your graveyard with the monsters you need. Moving on, in the Neo SPACIANS we play double copy of Grand Mole. This card is insane because if you choose to, when this card battles, you can shuffle back both this card and your opponent's monster back into the respective owner's hands. Moving on, we play one Aqua Dolphin. This card has been very good in a TCG. It's not as good in Speed Duel in my opinion, but it's still worthwhile playing because of the fusion. Moving on, we play one copy of the Neo SPACIAN Dark Panther. This is here also for the fusion, but if you guys must know, Dark Panther's effect is that you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and copy its name and also their effects up into the end of the turn. Next, we play one copy of Air Hummingbird, and this is here in order to let you recover some LP and to be fused off into one of the fusions that I'll be showing you in the future. And guys, I hope it was Air Neos, but unfortunately it isn't because we do not have them. This is it for the Neo SPACIANS. Now we move on into the spells of the deck and we play triple Mystical Space Typhoon. This is overall some spell and trap removal, and it's always great to have because we don't want to deal with your opponent's annoying back row. Next we play double End Shuffle. This card is here and it's great on the deck because it basically allows you to choose which monster you want, since it allows you to shuffle one elemental hero or one Neo Spacian you control into the deck and then special summon one other elemental hero or Neo Spacian with a different name from your deck, essentially allowing you to always choose the monster you have on your field. And keep in mind that this card also has a secondary effect in which you can banish this card from your graveyard and then shuffle back one elemental hero Neos or one elemental hero and one Neo Spacian into the deck, and then you can draw one card. Moving on, we play one Oversoul. This is here because we're constantly filling up our graveyard with elemental hero Neos, so we can use this to bring him back in order to get some control of the field. Next, we play one copy of Miracle Fusion. This is to fusion summon using your field and our graveyard, and most of the time we'll just be using our graveyard in order to summon elemental hero Brave Neos. Moving on, we play double copy of Rota. This is here so you can search for any warrior in your deck, and it will usually be your elemental hero Prisma, so you can start filling up your graveyard with Neos, or you can also search alternatively the Aqua Dolphin. Moving on, we play one copy of Hammer Shot as the last spell. This will destroy the strongest attack monster on the field that's in attack position, and usually your Neo Spacians are weaker than your opponent's monsters, so this works really well in here. Moving on into the traps, we play double copy of Next. This card is insane, you can just straight up activate it from the hand if you control no cards, so that's really strong already, but its effect is that you can special summon any number of monsters with different names that are elemental hero Neos or Neo Spacians, but their effects will be negated, but that doesn't really matter because most of the time we'll bring them and then just contact fuse them off into your Neos fusion monsters. Moving on, we play one Hero Blast. And this card is really strong, guys, but I advise you to only play one copy, because while it's strong, sometimes it's dead, it doesn't work. Because you need to constantly have a normal elemental hero monster in your graveyard, which is always going to be Neos. I tried it at 2, didn't like it, bumped it down to 1, and it's feeling good at the moment. So yeah, basically you can get back one elemental hero normal monster from your graveyard to your hand, and then destroy one of your opponent's monsters that has equal or less attack to it. And since Neos is so strong, you will be most of the times destroying one of your opponent's monsters. Finally, we play a double copy of Sacred Swarmer as some defense, because this deck really needs it. Moving on into the extract and side decks, we play double copy of Elemental Hero Grand Neos. Just a great card overall. It lets you target one of your opponent's monsters and shuffle it back into the hand. And as all Elemental Hero Neos fusions do, in the end phase it gets shuffled back into the extra deck, triggering the second effect of your skill to summon one Neos from your deck. We also play one Aqua Neos. This is also a good card, lets you discard one card from your hand and then destroy one random card in your opponent's hand. We also play one Elemental Hero Dark Neos, and its effect is that you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and negate their effects while this card is still face-up on the field. Moving on, we play one Storm Neos. This guy is not as easy to summon as the other ones because it's 3 materials, but with next it actually could happen, and this guy's effect is that you can destroy all spell traps on the field. And all of these get shuffled back into the extra deck during your end phase unless you have Neo space on the field. And finally, we play just one copy of Elemental Hero Brave Neos, gains 100 attack for each hero or Neos patient in your graveyard, and if it destroys a monster by battle, you can search one spell or trap from your deck to your hand that mentions Elemental Hero Neos, and the cards you can search on this deck are Next and the EN Shuffle. So guys, this is all for the extra deck, and now we move on into the side deck. The side deck starts with one more copy of Hammer Shot. It's here for the same reason we played on the main deck, to deal with your opponent's stronger monsters, and if they're playing a very aggressive deck, you probably want to side the second copy in. We also play two Night Beams as added spell and trap removal in order to deal with heavy back row decks, because this deck wants to fusion summon the Neos fusions and not be bothered by any pesky back row. Moving on into the traps, we play one copy of Mind Crush. This card is still good in my opinion, so I would play at least one copy. And finally, we play double copies of Lost Wind, as this is probably one of the strongest side deck cards in this format, and it's proving itself to be probably even worth main decking. But I don't know about that, guys, we'll have to wait and see. So, this is all for the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. Neo SPACIANS is a very fun deck. I would play this deck any day, and I would advise you guys to try it out as well, because it's great. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a comment down below, subscribe even, and check out my other content. And yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Locke YGO, out.